friends, welcome back to JoJo's Knitting Corner. If this is a return visit, then thank you so much for clicking on this video and coming back to see the things I've been knitting, the things I've been crocheting, the things I've been working on. I'm so excited that you're here, and I am just loving the fact that we are building community through knitting, and I just think it's wonderful. Thank you so much for your comments and your likes and your subscription. It means a lot to know that there are others out there who enjoy this kind of content and want to just build those friendships and learn from one another. I think that's the thing I love most about these videos on YouTube and the different channels that I watch, is just learning and growing and seeing new creative things. I think it's so wonderful. If this is your first time here, then welcome. My name is JoJo, and I am excited to share with you different things that I've been working on. And if you like this video, then please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content. That tells me that people out there are enjoying these videos, and that just motivates me to put out more videos. So thank you so much for being here. Now let's get straight into the knitting. All right, my first finished object is actually a crochet project. I don't have it with me because I've already taken it to my classroom. In my first video, I talked about that I was working on crocheting some granny squares, and I wanted to put them together and create a cover for my teacher chair in my classroom. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert some videos here for you to check that out. I just love the way it turned out. I'm so happy with the finished product. I did not follow a pattern. I didn't even have the chair here with me to measure to make sure that I was making an appropriate size. I just took a chance and thought, you know, I've had that chair for a long time, and I thought I kind of knew the size it was, so just kind of guessed on it. I don't recommend doing that, especially if you're working on something that's for a larger piece of furniture or something that you're, you know, spending a lot of money on or a lot of time on. Just make sure that you follow a pattern, watch some YouTube videos, measure, you know, double check all of those things. But it turned out really, really good. As I said, I didn't follow a pattern. This yarn was from Dollar Tree, most of it. The white fringe at the bottom was actually Red Heart yarn. No, actually, I take that back. It was I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby. So, but the other yarn, the kind of like the I called it the 70s vibe colors, were Premier Just Yarn worsted, and I actually picked this up at Dollar Tree for $1.25. It's $1.25 for 153 yards, 70 grams. And they have my Dollar Tree. I have a few Dollar Trees close to me, so I had to kind of check around to see. Some of my Dollar Trees had very little, if any, yarn, but there was one particular one that had a lot of this yarn, different colors, and so that's where I picked it up. And so for just a little bit of money, I was able to make something really cool for my classroom. I'm so excited to have it finished and, yeah, be able to enjoy it. My next finished object I am wearing today. This is the Petite Picot that I was working on in my first video. I'm gonna just take it off here and show you. I finished it. I weaved in all the ends. I haven't blocked this yet because I was thinking of maybe doing a video to show my blocking process. The lace border goes all the way around. And like I said, once it's blocked out, that's when you'll really be able to see the detail. That's the point of blocking. I know when I first started knitting, I didn't really understand why things needed to be blocked, and sometimes I don't block things. It just depends on what it is. If I need it to be a certain size, or if there's something about the detail like this lace border that you really want to show off, then blocking is super important. So I may probably going to put out a video showing how I block. I love to see other people's tips and tricks for blocking, how to make it go quicker. So that's just something that's kind of on the table right now, being tossed around. Gonna try to make a final decision on that and be able to show it to you after it's blocked. But I absolutely love it. I think it turned out really well. I will link all of the information about this knit in the description to this video. Yeah, I love it. All right, now let's talk about my works in progress. These are all the things that I'm currently knitting on. First, I am housing this project in this super cute, it's actually a Christmas bag. I know it's not Christmas, but that's okay. This is by Addicted to Sock Knitting, which is kind of ironic because there's not socks in here. Socks is not what I'm knitting, but that's okay. I really think it's cute. I like the little llama-corn, the little rainbow llama-corn knitting, a llama and a unicorn. Is that what they call it, llama-corn? Okay, so I'm gonna show you this yarn again. This is Premier Just Yarn because this is one of the yarns that I'm using in this project. I'm actually now crocheting. This is a crochet project. A little Afghan that will coordinate with my chair cover that I made. This is going to go in my classroom. I have a futon in my classroom that my students love to sit on and read, and so I would like to cover the back with this colorful Afghan. So as you can see, I am not very far into it, but when I get the chance to work on it, it goes really fast. So I'm hoping to finish this up before the cool weather gets here. I may not finish it before start of school, but I'm working on it to get it done for the cooler months so I can slip it in my classroom and it will go with the decor that's there. This yarn is the Premier Just Yarn worsted weight. And it is acrylic yarn, which I love because I have got to be able to wash these things if they're going in my classroom. And so it just makes it so much more convenient to be able to wash it and dry it and be done. That way we keep it clean, we keep germs from spreading and so forth. But I think that this will look really cute on the futon, and I'm gonna, when I finish, I will show it to you. And I'm really excited about this project. I think it's just gonna make the classroom so cozy and so homey and just welcoming for my students. All right, my next work in progress is, I know it looks like a big old mess, but it's socks. So I'm gonna show you some of the socks that I have been working on for my family. I like to knit socks for the upcoming winter season, and so let me show you a few of them. This yarn is let me think, Kroy. This is Kroy Sock Yarn. I love this yarn. I love because it does the self-striping. It kind of does the work for you. I really love that. I did do a contrast cuff, heel, and I'll also do a toe. This is a slip stitch heel that I'm doing. That's my, well, that's really the only one I do. I really wasn't a sock knitter until recently. I had tried to make socks in the past and I absolutely couldn't, until finally I found the Crazy Sock Lady. And her magic loop method is the one that I tried that finally clicked for me, and I love it. This is another sock. This is a little ankle sock. It is also made with Kroy, and this is all, you know, it's not a contrast heel toe cuff. It's just knit with the Kroy sock yarn. And I love that it's a shorty sock because that's what I often wear unless it's like super, super cold. So I think this pair is probably gonna be for myself. And then lastly, I am working on, this is my first time ever doing a DPN, using double pointed needles to do a sock. And I really love how this one's turning out. This is for my 12-year-old son. And I think for Christmas, he likes bright, crazy socks, and I really like this pattern. This particular yarn, as you can see, it has color change. I'm trying to remember the name. I can't remember the name right now, but I'll put it on the screen for you. They're really popular. They come in a little box as a set. I really like these a lot. I like the feel of the yarn. This Kroy yarn is very woolly, and some people might even say a little scratchy. To me it's not, and I have sensitive skin, but this, I still think it's soft enough that you are not like itchy with it, but it's very warm and woolly, whereas this one is not as warm and woolly. My son doesn't like anything scratchy, anything, you know, he likes it. This is very smooth, and so I think he's gonna really enjoy this. But it's my first time trying on DPN, so I'll have to let you know how this turns out in the end. But I love making these socks. If you are a sock fan, let me know what kind you like. Do you like DPN? Do you like magic loop? Is there another method you use? Do you knit a lot of socks? So leave a comment and let me know. I would love to hear about your sock knitting. This basket houses all of my sock yarn, and so I have plenty to make some more socks. Socks are always fun to make. I like that they're small and you can just take it with you in your purse and knit anywhere, waiting at the doctor. Yeah, anywhere in the car. It's easy. It's easy to take and easy to knit on. All right, now the next project that I'm currently working on, I'm going to show you this book. It is Knit, Pray, Share. It is written by Lisa Hennessy, and this is a pattern book that has a ton of patterns and tips and tricks and ideas. It's wonderful, a wonderful book. I'm just going to show you a few photos, some coasters, and let's see, what are some of the other ones that are really different? Scarves, beach bags, some little baby booties that are so cute, hats, all kinds of projects, just a good variety, even things for your pet, kitchen, home, all kinds of things. But this, the author she has a YouTube channel and she's written this book, and I actually got to meet her at a knitting retreat that I went to, and she's super sweet. She actually gifted me this book while we were there, and it's basically a ministry, but I think even more than that, it's a movement to create things for other people. So the author, and I encourage you to go and check her out. I'll link her information below. She knits things and has them on hand. so that when she feels led to gift that item to someone, she does that. And she always puts a note of encouragement, a scripture, to encourage that person that might be going through a difficult time. And that's kind of the whole premise behind the Knit, Pray, Share movement. So I'm going to show you a few things that I've worked on and I'm currently working on that I'm just kind of keeping in store so that when those opportunities come up to give to someone, to bless someone, to encourage someone that's going through a hard time, I will have things on hand that I can share with them. All right, so one of the first things that I have created for the Knit, Pray, Share project are these cute hats. Very simple hat with pom-pom. There's the aqua with the rainbow pom-pom. And then I have a hot pink and white. I also have a red with black. And so these are simple. I mean, it'll take me just a couple of hours to make one of these. And they're great to kind of make and have on hand, like I said, so that you can share them with someone when you get that opportunity. Another project that I'm working on for Knit, Pray, Share that I'm knitting on right now is called the Carrie Shawl, and it's just a simple shawl, but I love this yarn. I picked it up at Walmart. As you can see, it has a little floral design. This I had been wanting to try. It is another Premier. It's the Bloom Chunky Big Self-Striping Floral Print. And this is 200 grams. So it's very economically friendly. It's something that you can, knit up and give to someone that's beautiful and not complicated. It's very simple pattern. So if you are interested in getting involved in the Knit, Pray, Share movement, check out Lisa's book as well as her YouTube channel. She always talks about the things that she's working on. It's very informative and encouraging, and I highly recommend, if that's something that interests you, then go and check her out. I will link all of the information below. So next up is acquisitions. My family and I went on a little vacation to Galveston, and there is a yarn shop on the island. It is called Joyfully Stranded. I'd always wanted to visit the yarn shop, but it never just worked out where they were open and we were there. And so it finally did work out this time. And so I went to the yarn shop and purchased something. This is her card, Joyfully Stranded Yarn and Beads. Not only does she have yarn, but she has a ton of beads and jewelry making things. So if that's something you're into, I highly recommend that you go and visit her yarn shop. She has the most precious little dog. She's not very little, but she's so sweet. So I got to sit and knit and visit with the owner and her dog, and her yarn shop was just so cozy, and I just loved it and enjoyed it so much. So at the time too, they were having a trunk show, and so the trunk show was for Nordic Star yarns, and I love Nordic Star's products. They do things with bright colors, and you know how much I love bright colors. So I picked up 3 things. These 3 colors. Yes, aren't they so cute? Okay, so this is a fingering weight, and it is superwash merino, 70% and 30% recycled nylon. And so I have a project in mind for this that I've been wanting to make. But first, let me show you the yarns. This is Nordic Star. This is her label. This color is called this color is called Anemone. This green is Wrigley. Makes me think of, I guess, Wrigley spearmint gum, maybe? It's like a spearmint green. And lastly, this is Razzle Dazzle Berry. I love that name. So, these three, I have a project in mind for, and I'm gonna show you a sneak peek of a photo that is inspiring me for this project. And I'll link the information about it below, but I'm gonna show you that photo right now. All right, so yes, that photo, I saw it on Ravelry and the creator's YouTube channel, and I just was like, wow, that is beautiful. And so for a while now, I've been looking for the correct yarn, the perfect colors to create my own version of that. That is, of course, a pattern by Stephen West, which, as I said, I will link everything below this video so that you can find everything I have talked about in this episode. I wanted to add a segment to my episode called Knitting Shoutouts. And so in this portion of the video, I'm going to tell you about two YouTubers that I love to watch on YouTube. I love their episodes, their knitting, they inspire me and motivate me, and I just love it. And when I watch them, it's like sitting down with a friend and just having a conversation and enjoying some knitting together. So the first shout out that I want to give is to Finish Knitting Stories, the channel Finish Knitting Stories. I really love this channel. I love everything that she shares, all the projects that she's working on. Just, I think her kind heart comes through on the channel. Occasionally she'll share things about her family, and I also absolutely love her little knit frog that she made. She will always, in several of her episodes, she'll dress up her little frog, put shoes on her and a little dress, and it's just so cute and so adorable. If you have not seen this channel, go check it out. The second shout out that I want to give is to the creator of Knit, Pray, Share. I absolutely love her channel so much. It is so encouraging, so motivational in the things that she shares, and her projects are things that are very practical to make and very, I don't want to say like simple, but I feel like they're things that you can easily make to encourage other people. And I just love her heart behind the channel. So I will link that below. Be sure to check her out, Knit, Pray, Share, if you haven't watched any of her videos. Lisa is wonderful. All right, finally we are at our knit and chat section of the video. If you just came to hear about all the knitting goodness, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you saw something that might inspire you to go and create. So go ahead, if you want to, then stick with me for knit and chat. I'm going to be working on my sock while we're chatting. So grab you something to work on or something to drink, and let's chat for a little bit. All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was my family and I did go on a vacation. We went to the beach. My husband and I are both teachers, and so school is getting so ready to start. And we're very excited about the new school year, but we wanted to take one last opportunity to enjoy a little beach trip. And so we did. We had the most wonderful time. I love the hotel we stay at is across the street from the beach, but what I really love there's a huge, they call it the overlook balcony on, it's connected to this hotel. The hotel is like connected to a restaurant, and it's kind of out by the pool area. And so they have this overlook balcony that I just love. They have a bunch of chairs up there, and it looks out over the ocean. And so I told my husband that I wanted to get the room that was right by the balcony, because you can kind of, it's like a row of rooms, but the last one is like right there by the balcony, so that I could go out there in the mornings and I wouldn't be too far from them if they were still in the room. So unfortunately we weren't able to get that room, but our after the first night there, our toilet wasn't working. And so my husband went to the front desk to let them know, and they were going to try to get the repair person, and they said, well, we can't get in touch with them, so we're just going to move you if that's okay. And so that room by the balcony was available, and we happily moved rooms. And so for the next several mornings, I would get up and get my coffee and go up to the balcony before anybody else was awake and watch the sunrise and listen to some music, read my Bible, just really enjoy. That was probably my most favorite part of the vacation. Like I just love that. I love the other things we did too. But that was just really special, being able to enjoy that and kind of take that in. And I have a little video that I will insert at the end of this episode to show you my view on the balcony, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about and get a little picture of it yourself. So something else, in my first episode, I showed you the mermaid that I made. One of my friends saw that and really liked it. And we got to talking, and I was showing her some other patterns and things that I was interested in making, some other little stuffed animals. And I came across this horse, and I'll insert a picture for you here. So my friend and her family are into horses and ranching and things like that. And so she has a little baby granddaughter, so precious. And so she asked me about maybe making a little horse stall for her granddaughter for Christmas. And so that is a project that is in the works. I'm currently looking for the right kind of yarn for that. But I'm really excited to try my hand at another stuffed animal project. And this one to me is a little bit more intricate, a little bit more detailed than the mermaid. And so I'm very curious to see how that will turn out. If you have made this pattern and you have any tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments below. I'm excited to see how this turns out, and as soon as I get the yarn and start working on it, I'll be sure to show it to you, because I think she is just so cute, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. Something else that I wanted to talk to you about is so another passion of mine, I'm almost like embarrassed to talk about this, but another passion that I have, I love reading, I love writing. That is another passion I have, as well as knitting, of course. Several years ago, I entered a writing competition through Harlequin for their Love Inspired line of books, for Love Inspired Suspense. So if you know anything about these books, they're clean Christian books. They're fiction, they're romantic suspense with a faith element. And so several years ago, they had a competition called Killer Voices, where they asked, out on social media, they asked people to submit a description of a book, just like a little blurb of their book. And so I did that, and basically I progressed through the competition to the point of submitting an entire novel to them, a 55,000 word novel, I believe it was. And so that was so exciting. It's always been my dream to be a published author. So I was really excited, but then things kind of slowed down, and there were some edits they wanted me to do, and then my editor was no longer working there, and so one thing after another, basically I was finally sent a rejection letter. And so I was like, okay, well, at least just the idea of getting some feedback to say, like, are you any good? Are you not? What's the deal? So, but that dream has always been in my heart to write. And so this summer, I actually started thinking, I'd like to try that again. And so I went on the Harlequin website to see, I wanted to read their guidelines for submitting and just kind of refresh my mind about all of their regulations and things that I need to do to, submit a novel or submit an idea. And I happened upon a page that was advertising a pitch contest. And so on their Facebook page, they were running a pitch contest. So you would basically put an idea in the comments about a book, and if an editor from Harlequin liked your comment, they would ask you to send them the first 3 chapters and your entire plot for the book. So I entered in my comment, which I found out about it I probably had maybe like a week to think about what I was to come up with something. I had about a week to come up with something. And so I did. I polished it up a little, sent it out, just a little paragraph talking, like a teaser to kind of get them interested. And so the day came for the pitch, and I submitted it, and one of the editors liked my comment. And so now comes the hard part. So now I'm currently working on my first 3 chapters, and I mean, it may come to nothing. I don't know. I'm just excited to be giving it another shot. I always tell my students, you can do anything you want to. If you work hard and put your heart in it, you can do it. Believe in yourself. And so sometimes when I'm telling people, like, I want to write a book, like, I feel kind of silly telling people that, because I don't know, just, there's always that fear of like, well, what if it doesn't happen? But it's okay. I mean, I tried. That's what matters. It was my dream, and I tried. So I'll keep you updated if there's anything else to share on that end. I'm excited, though, that it's a possibility. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of JoJo's Knitting Corner. I'm delighted that you are tuning in and I'm enjoying sharing the things that I'm knitting, and just building community and friendships and sharing the knitting joy with each other. I think it's a wonderful thing. So as I said, I'm going to put everything I talked about in the links down below. So click there if there's something you have a question about, or something that you would like to comment, please leave me a comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. And until next time, happy knitting.